Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Anna and I'm here today with my Pendos Eyeshadows update number 4. I was supposed to have an update 4 on, I think it was supposed to go up like late June. My last one, update 3, was filmed on June 5th and I'm filming this on July 17th, so it's been much more than 4 weeks because I usually try to do them like every month. But, you know, life and as I mentioned before, moving and vacations and stuff. So this is why I have had a little more than a month to work on my eyeshadows. But I've also not had all of my eyeshadows with me at all time in the last month. So I'm going to show you some of my eyeshadows. I actually have 4 new pans to show you, which is very exciting. I feel like I've been a little bit behind, but I'm catching up and I'm very excited about it. And I still have some days left in July to maybe get like above the, how many would I need to have hit? I would need to have hit 14 pans or more by the end of July to kind of be on route. So I feel like I might be able to do that. We'll see. But yeah, I have 4 new pans, so if you are interested in seeing it, then keep on watching. If you haven't seen any of my other Pendos eyeshadows, I'm doing it very differently than other people who, like if you watch project panning content, you would know that Pendos eyeshadows is a project created by Alexi, who made it's like a randomized 5 or something eyeshadows, and then you try to hit pan on them, and if you don't, you roll something else. It is more of a randomized project, but I decided to do it differently this year, and I explain a lot more about that if you watch any of my other Pendos eyeshadows from this year. I've previously done it the original way, but this year I decided on 24 eyeshadows that I thought, more than 24, but some eyeshadows that I was pretty sure I would be able to hit pan on, and my goal is to hit 24 eyeshadow pans by the end of the year, because I didn't really hit pan on a lot of eyeshadows last year, and I really wanted to make sure my eyeshadow collection looks loved. And I feel like that's what I'm doing, because the eyeshadows I have in front of me are getting, definitely, like, it shows that they are getting some use. So the whole everything in this intro was just to say that I have 4 kind of the palettes, 5 of the palettes with eyeshadows in them that I've been working on in the last month. There are some that I don't have with me because they're at another place. So I'll just quickly mention those, and the ones that I have actually had uses on, I will insert clips of what they looked like and what they look like now so that you can see the changes. And so I will film those clips tomorrow actually when I go to that place, but I just didn't want to bring everything, and I don't really, this is the perfect time to film, so this is how I'm doing it. It's a lot of logistics going on right now, but I think this will work. So first of all, there are 3 eyeshadows I did not use at all, and those all come from my MAC Rose Gilded palette, which I have hit pan in a couple of eyeshadows from the palette previously, but I still have left to hit pan in the shade Flash Beams, the shade Miss Nefertiti. No, that's actually just the 2. And I have hit pan in 3 or 4 eyeshadows. 4, no, 3 in that palette previously. So I have Flash Beams and Miss Nefertiti left. And I also have the MAC Sumptuous Olive single left. I haven't used that one at all. So I feel like those are the 3 that I will need to focus more on, because I've left them in a drawer, and then in the whole moving process they have just been completely neglected. And then my Huda Beauty Nude Lights palette I actually brought with me on vacation to Italy. I was there for 2 weeks, and I used the shade Nude Light number 6, which is the pink one with the green shift. I used that one 5 times in June, so it looked like this in the last update. and it currently looks like this. So no pan, but I feel like those 5 uses have gotten, I think it's a little bit more of a dip, I hope. And then also from the same palette is the Nude Light shade number 9, which is the like darker brown, mid-tone brown one. And I used that one 9 times in June, and it looked like this in my last video, last update on June 5th. And then it currently looks like this. And then I will be able to use it more, so hopefully by my next update we'll have some more, but 9 uses got me to this point, and it's a hard eyeshadow to hit pan on, but I feel like I could maybe do it, I hope so. And then also from my Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, I have 3 eyeshadows, and I haven't used them that much, but I have used them, so I'm going to show you the progress. So from the Huda Beauty Cherished eyeshadow, the matte light pink, I used that one twice, so it looked like this. And then now it looks like this. Don't know if you'll be able to see any changes, if the angles and everything will be different, so maybe you'll be able to see like how much I've actually used it, hopefully. And then Huda Beauty Joy, which is the pink one with the very nice shimmer. I love the shade. I only used it once. It used to look like this, and then after one use, this is what it now looks like, and I don't think there'll be a lot of change. Same with the Huda Beauty eyeshadow in Self Love from the same palette. Only used it once, and it used to look like this. And then after that one use, it currently looks like this. And I don't know. I'm gonna get there at some point. I need to use these a lot more. This was a new palette in February, so it'll take a while. But now onto the eyeshadows that I have in front of me, which is more exciting. I'm not gonna mention the shadows that I already did pan on. You will have to watch my older videos to see those. But in this Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe Volume 1 palette, I did actually pan in one of the shades. I chose 2 from this palette. So I hit pan in this one previously, but this is the one I've been working on. So it currently looks like this. And this is after 4 uses in July. So I don't know if you'll be able to tell a difference from the last update, but I'm wearing it today along with some other green shades. My boyfriend claims that he could see some yellow in my eyeshadow today. I don't see it, didn't use any yellow eyeshadows. But he said my new yellow curtains matched my eyeshadow. So I don't know, he might be colorblind, who knows. So haven't hit pan on it yet, but I will get there eventually. And then from my Too Faced Sparkling Pineapple eyeshadow palette, I have several shades from this one. So I'll just start with the one I hit pan on, and it's the shade right here. It's called Yum Yum, and I had pan after 17 uses. I had 12 of those uses in June, and I hit pan on the 22nd of June. While I was on vacation, it just suddenly happened, and I didn't really use it much after. I don't think I used it once after that, actually. And then the other shade I have from this palette is the one next to it. This is Coconut Sugar. I used this one 7 times in June, and I've used it 4 times in July so far. So I feel like I have a very good dip, but no pan left. No pan yet. And then the third shade from this palette is this one. This is Sparkling Pineapples. I only used it once in June, but you can see that big dip. So if I just use this with a more focused small brush, I would definitely be able to pan, but just haven't been wanting to use it. Last one is, like, how am I going to show you this without? This one right here is called Pineapple Cooler. I used it 4 times in June. I used it twice in July, and there is a very good dip in this one. No pan yet. I feel like I use this one. I usually use it with my finger, and I just kind of use such a big, like I don't focus my brush or my finger, so it will take a while to hit pan, but it's a gorgeous eyeshadow and it's very work appropriate. So once summer break is over and I'm back at work, a new job, probably, hopefully, it might get somewhere. So that's my Too Faced eyeshadows, and yeah, that's everything from that palette. So I only hit one pan in there, but I feel like I could do the other four fairly easily. I just need to use it more again. And then this is it's getting older, and I should really use it now while it's still like performing well. And then I have two eyeshadows from, I need to breathe. I forget to breathe sometimes when I talk, so I'm back. I have two eyeshadows from Lethal Cosmetics in this project. And I just have them in this little Lethal Cosmetics palette, and I've kind of hacked it a little bit so it has some other shades in here, including one from my Expand Those Pants. I'm not going to show that to you. But let's just show you the first one. This is the shade Moonbeam, and I hit pan on this one on July 8th with how many uses? 15 uses in total. And 3 of those uses were in July, so it only took me 3 uses this month to hit pan. And then I've used it a couple of times since then, but I've just kind of focused my brush on the outer edges, so I haven't actually expanded the pan, because I wanted to show you the pan that I got on July 8th. I don't know why. That's just my thinking. And then the other one in here, the Lethal Twilight shade. Funny story about this one. We were at my boyfriend's grandmother's house. I did my makeup very quickly before breakfast, and then I used this shade. Love this eyeshadow. It's a purple with like gold shimmers and glitters in it. It's just gorgeous. And then we came back, and then I was unpacking my makeup yesterday, and I was looking at it, and I just had to look a little extra because there's actually pan in it. So I've written down that the 14th of July was the day I hit pan, but I didn't actually see it at the time. And you might not be able to see it either. But maybe, just maybe, if I... There you go. Can you see it? I promise you, there's an actual, like I can see the bottom of this. But it's kind of hard to tell. It's very tiny. So I feel like if I get this in a Expand Those Pants video sometime soon, that would be a good thing, because it's so small, you really need to like see it from the right angle. But it's pan, so I'm counting it, and it took me 14 uses in this project, and I had already used it 22 times in a project previously. So I had 3 uses in June and 3 in July to hit this pan, and I'm putting it away. And then if I get it in my Expand Those Pants, I will continue to use it, but for now I'm not going to use it for a while. I've been using that one so much, and I have other purple eyeshadows that I would really like to use as well, so I'm going to start using those. And then last but not least, I have 2 eyeshadows from my Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions. And the first one is this. How is this gonna work? Okay, like this. This light gold, this is shade number 4 from this palette. I used this twice in June and 5 times in July. It's not my favorite shade. I feel like it doesn't really have that much impact, and it's just a little bit boring. But I use it sometimes. I use it mainly just to hit pan on it, and I don't particularly enjoy the looks that I make. But I might, at some point, maybe I'll find the perfect look for it and I will love it, but it's just a little bit boring. And then there's one more shade from this palette, and it's the one in the middle. And look at this. Not one, but 2 pans. because I hit the one in the corner on 13th. Why can I not say that? On the 13th of July, after 30 uses. And then I used it once more and I hit the pan in the middle. So this would be a lot of fun to get in a expand those pans update. If I could just randomize this one, because I would be able to connect the pans and that would be kind of cool. So I used it 3 times in June and 8 times in July to hit that pan, those 2 pans. At least I think, yeah, those 8 times includes the one where I used it the extra time to hit the double pan. Very exciting. So that means I still need to work on this palette to pan in the gold. Also still need to work on the Too Faced one and the green one from the Alamar. And then I will also need to do some more work on my MAC eyeshadows and my Huda Beauty Nude Lights and my Huda Beauty Rose Quartz. But those are the only palettes I still have left. I have hit pan in everything from my own side Älva palette and my Huda Beauty Nude Emeralds and the Ruby Obsessions. And both of my Lethal eyeshadows I've hit pan on. I've hit pan on my Colourpop eyeshadow. Like I've hit pan in a lot of things, and I don't have that many like different palettes now, and I can focus more on my no pan left behind, because I will need to, because spoiler, I did purchase quite a lot of new eyeshadows. So yeah, you will see that in an upcoming video very soon if you're interested. I will talk to you about those in my No Pan Left Behind update once I get them. So that's everything from me on my version of the pan those eyeshadows. I've been thinking about this a lot today, like what projects I want to do next year, and I definitely don't want to do it this way, because it works very well for me for like hitting pan, because I've chosen the eyeshadows. It's just a little bit boring, or I feel like it might be. I don't know what you think, but I feel like this is more boring than the randomizing eyeshadows in the Pan Those eyeshadows, or the Project Level Up, or some of the other projects that I think are more interesting. So those are my thoughts on that matter, and that's everything. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll subscribe, because I need more subscribers. A lot of people watching my videos are just not subscribed. And that might be because you're not actually, like, you don't have a YouTube, like, you need to have a YouTube page thing to subscribe. I don't know, but I would love to have more of you subscribe to my video if you're not already. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you later.